Okay, today is going to be very much of a review day. It should be a fairly quick day for us. Please go ahead on the next blank left side. Left side. You need to title it fraction foldable, and then the topic of this one is dividing. And then today's date is 9/6. All right, so we are going to do some fill in the blank notes, which obviously there's blanks, we're going to fill them in. And then we are going to solve the example right on our sheet. When you are dividing, you don't get common denominators. It doesn't matter if your denominators are the same or not. Okay, so do not worry about making them the same. All right, then what is the process that we do when we divide fractions? Say it again. Who said it? Somebody said it. Say it nice. So you're going to do the keep, change, flip. And then you multiply. I do not do this next step that we're about to fill in. However, I am not a teacher that makes you do it the way I do it. Reason being is because we're all different people. So therefore, if one way works better for you, as long as we get the same answer at the end of the day, I don't care. As long as you show your work and we get the same answer at the end of the day, I don't care. All right, so this next part is cross multiply if possible. So if you want to do your simplification within the word or the problem before you get started, that is fine. You're not going to see me do that though. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
All right, and then multiply the numerator by the numerator and multiply the denominator by the denominator. And always and forever when you're dealing with fractions, simplify if possible. All right, so in our example, keep, change, flip. We are going to keep the 3/8, change our operation to division, and flip our second fraction. Multiplying straight across. What is 3 times 12? 36. What is 8 times 9?
72.
All right. Can we simplify 3672? Yes, we can. What are we going to simplify it by? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. River. 2. Okay. So 36 divided by 2 is what? Gabriel.
I have an easier way to do it.
It's okay. We're starting this way. 36 divided by 2? 18. All right. 72 divided by 2? Raise your hand. All right. Can we continue simplifying?
Yes.
Yes, we can. All right, raise your hand and tell me, what else can I simplify this by? Jack? How about we pick a little bit bigger number? Because as much as I like to divide, I don't like to divide. Go ahead.
6.
You gonna do 6? Okay. So 18 divided by 6 gives me what? Raise your hand. 3. And 36 divided by 6 gives me what? River? All right. Can we simplify one more time?
Yes.
Yes, we can. We can simplify by 3, and we end up with. Okay? Yes, there are many different ways to simplify. You can pick many different numbers to simplify. Again, if you pick a really big number to start with, cool, no problem. If you pick 2, 2, 2 until you can't divide by 2 anymore, no problem. As long as we all get this answer, I'm good to go. Does that make sense to you guys? All right, so let's go ahead and look at the next one. All right, so this one looks a tad bit different before we start writing. Why is your paper ripped? Okay, before we start, just look at this example compared to the top example. What's the biggest thing that you notice? Jackson?
It's a mixed number.
It's mixed numbers. So when it's mixed numbers, we know we have to do what with those? Jackson?
I think we have to change it to improper fifth.
Yes, sir. All right, so again, you don't get common denominators, so we don't want to do that. But we do have to change it to an improper fraction. How do we do that? Raise your hand and tell me. Mason?
You multiply the whole number by the denominator and
Okay.
add it to the numerator.
All right, so for this one, I'm going to do 3 times 4, which gives me 12, plus 2, which gives me 14. We all agree with that? 3 times 4, because that's denominator to whole number, and then adding the numerator to my answer. How do I know what denominator to use? Christian?
The one, the one in the number, the mixed number.
So the original one.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to put 14 over 3. All right, so I do the same thing with the 2 and 4 ninths. So 9 times 2 is 18, plus 4 is 22. And I'm using this original one. So now am I ready? Now I'm ready to set it up? Okay. All right, so same thing as before. We're going to keep, change, flip. Then you're going to multiply, cross multiply if you would like to. And then simplify. All right, so give me a thumbs up once you have the written, good Lord, it's Friday, the written part down, okay? Not the solved part, but just the written part. Bang delivered and they dropped them, so they're all empty. So now I can't get rid of this thing.
That's weird how it's into.
Oh, they're all like that. And instead of getting 12, I only got 10 delivered. I was hot because I can't find cotton candy bang anywhere in stores.
Is it like the best flavor?
Yes, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. I do. See, I don't like them though. Like I've tried them and they just like if I drink Monster, you know it's a bad day. Like you know that I'm like dead on my feet. So I had a Monster I think Tuesday, Wednesday.
You had it yesterday.
Yes, Thursday.
Yeah, after that, then it rocks. It made you mad before class.
I don't think I was mad. I mean, it was just exhausted.
You were annoyed. I mean, because we were being annoying and kept
Well, I was aggravated.
My mom does that too.
Hold on. Side note, we're taking a side step. I wasn't upset, and I wasn't mad at y'all. I was aggravated because I know how good y'all can be. But when I put in grades like that, I hate putting bad grades in, but I got to. So yes, I was a little aggravated. I was mad, but all right. So let's go ahead. Someone, I need you to walk me through the whole process of this example. So from start to finish, don't skip any steps. All right, Cooper, let's go.
Alright, so we already got your half fractions, so just need 14 thirds times 9.
Hold on. We're not gonna skip anything. So we're gonna.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
And then you do, if you want to, you can cross multiply.
Okay.
So 14 times 9 would be the next one.
126.
And then 22 times 3, which is 66.
Okay.
And then you simplify that.
Okay. So we can simplify, or we can change it back to a mixed number and then simplify again. Those are whatever you would like to do. So if you change it back to a mixed number and then you do your simplifying, fine. If you simplify here and then change it to a mixed number, that's fine as well. All right. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to change it to a mixed number and then simplify, or simplify then mixed number?
First one. Simplify the next number.
Simplify. Okay.
First.
All right. So 126 over 66. What can go into both of those numbers? Yes. 6. All right. So 126 divided by 6 is what?
21.
20. Thank you. And then 66 divided by 6 is 11. All right. Can we simplify 21 11s?
No.
No. So then at this point, what do we have to do with 21 11s?
Turn into a mixed number.
Turn into a mixed number. So I'm going to do. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Gee.
Everybody has a problem with Siri in this school.
No, like my watch went crazy. It won't. We ain't talking. That's another side thing. All right. So how many times does 11 go into 21? Jack. One time. So you end up with 1 and 10 11ths as your final answer. How many of you guys did it? Whoa. How many of you guys would have done it a slightly different way? What way would you have done it?
I want to turn it into a mixed number first.
And then simplify? Okay. All right. Anybody else have a different way?
Or the way we did it.
Okay. How many of you guys would have started here and done your cross multiplication?
I sometimes do it, sometimes don't.
Okay. All right. And again, all of those are okay, because as long as we all come up with that, we're good to go. All right, flip it over. On the back, you have 2 practice problems. So we just spent a little bit of time talking about the different ways that you can solve these problems, correct?
Yeah.
I don't care which way you pick, but you have to do 2 different ways. So one way for the first example and a different way for the second example. So like if you do just straight division and you go all the way and then you just simplify, cool. Or if you start by like cross multiplying and then you get your answer, cool. If you have a mixed number and you simplify before you change it to a mixed number, cool. But whatever you do for one way, you got to do it differently for the other way. Does that make sense? Because I want 2 different examples in your notes. All right, so what do you think, like 3 minutes?
5.
3.
5.
Oh, I thought you said 5.
For both questions.
5.
Do we have to do that with the summary as well?
No summary yet. We're not to the summary. We're just the examples. So let's say 5 minutes. If you get done early, stand up. That way I know, hey, I can cut the time off, or I need to add a little bit more time. All right, so 5 minutes. Go ahead. We're not talking. We're working quietly. doing keep, change, flip there, cause if you, no, because you can't cross multiply with it looking like that either.
I got the same answer and I didn't.
Let me see your paper. So try it with the next one. So like, do your improper fraction and then divide straight across and see if it works.
Okay.
Busy.
I used the button.
Stop with the noise, please. Where?
In my neighborhood.
Why didn't you make your mind, but I was fine now. Where's your neighborhood?
Carolina Heights.
At that gas station?
Usually they're there.
I have to swing over there.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got a few to last me for a couple days.
My friend, he might be drinking them all though. 'Cause he does this like every day to get one. So if they're not there, that's why.
Tell him your future is going to be fighting.
I don't know.
This one should be 13.3 So it worked for that one. But I would rather you do the keep, change, flip. Okay?
So did I get right?
The top one is right, that one is not.
The only way that I know how to.
Why are you talking? That's what I'm confused about. If you are working, you're not talking. If you're standing, you are not talking.
The only way that I know how to divide fractions is to change flip.
Because you can keep, change, flip, but there's two different ways we solve these. One was
Yeah, but-
essentially,
Or if I do the bottom one, I should have to the top and the bottom in a different way.
right, this is one way, this is another way. I'm not asking you to divide differently. I'm simply asking you to solve it in a different way. Like here, we just straight simplified. Here, we simplified, then changed to the next number. So here, if you do your keep, change, flip, and you set up to where you can simplify within, and then just get your answer, do it that way. But then down here, you have to do the whole process, then simplify in your answer.
My answer to that was I don't think I can simplify.
Joseph, just go sit down and do the work. Raise your hand if you need more time. All right, you get like 2 more minutes. Haley, are you finished? Do I? What do you not get? of those things where it's like, I have to allow you guys to do it, so that I do stand on there. I don't. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and go over these. So for this top one, what was a way that somebody wants to share that they solved it? All right, Jack.
So first I do keep change 7/8, the division to multiplication, 1/4 can become 4 ones.
Okay.
So then I butterfly method 8 those two can divide by 4.
So divide by 4, which gives you 1. And then down here gives you, divide by 4, sorry. I gotta get the brain back working. Gives you,
Top one is 7. Numerator, and then 8 or 4.
sorry. Divided by 4 equals 1. I'll get it together, I promise. And then you said 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. All right. Essentially, that is our answer. How many of you guys got that as your answer?
Well,
Hold on. I know we're not done. But how many of you guys got that as the answer? 7/2 was your answer. Okay, now, we obviously are not going to leave it like 7/2. What do we do from here, Jack?
simplify. Or turn into a mixed number.
Yes. All right, how many times does 2 go into 7?
3 times.
All right, so how many of you guys, regardless of the way that you did it, got 3.5 as your answer? Perfect. All right, now for this one down here, we are not going to butterfly method it up. Okay? You want to explain it?
Yeah. So first I had to change the mixed number into a fraction. So I did 5 times 6, and then I got 30. And then I did 30 plus 4 to get 34. And then I put that over 5. And then I divided it by 1/2.
All right.
And that is the same as 34 over 5 times 2 ones.
Okay.
And then 34 times 2 equals 68. And then 5 times 1 equals 5. And 5 can go into 5 can go into 68 13 times with 3 left over.
So you didn't try to simplify here or anything. You just went straight to the changing?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it, 65, right?
Yeah.
So you have 13 and 3 things. Is that what we got?
Yep.
Yes.
Does anybody do it a different way? You did it a different way? Nope. You did it a different way? Nope. You did it a different way? What way did you do it?
So for the second one, I'm not sure if this is like correct cross multiplication because I was never actually taught cross multiplication. But so I turned it into a improper fraction, and then I did 34 times 2 without flipping the second one. So 34 times 2, and then I did 1 times 5.
So essentially you skipped the 34 fifths times 2 over 1 and got 65 fifths. That's fine. All right, summary time. I need you to write in 3 sentences, just 3, something that is going to help you remember how to divide fractions. You have 3 sentences only. You can not write less than 3, but you cannot write more than 3. You must write 3. Stand up when I'm sorry, do you want me to make you fill the whole thing up? It's 3 sentences, y'all. It is not killer. Yes, sir.
So we're saying a way we can remember how to divide a fraction.
In 3 sentences. Yep. What? Huh? Say it quietly. Just sit quiet. All right, stand up when you are finished. Stand up when you're done. Pretty sure I'm about to start. Remember, 3 sentences only. No more, no less. Alright, put your pencils down for a second, even if you're not done, that's fine. Cooper, I have a question for you. So, why do you get so aggravated when I make you show your work and write what you think?
What do you, like, when I can't do, like, mental math?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. Probably because it's not how I think of it. Like, I skip a lot of steps when I am thinking of it. So I have to, like, actually go through every step instead of skipping them like I normally would.
Fair enough. So, are you aggravated that I gave you a limit and maximum per se on your summary? So at times you get aggravated with me because I make you write, but then when I limited you, you didn't like it. Love it. Job well done, Miss Kenny. There is a reason I only said 3 sentences. And there is a reason that I said you must use 3 sentences. For one, this is something that it's just got to be something quick that will help you remember. 2, if I don't put a minimum on it, I'm going to get half a sentence. Legit, half a sentence. You're going to be like, keep, change, flip. That's not even a real sentence, right?
That's a phrase.
It's a phrase.
Yeah.
It's an acronym, you know, like, so, yes, there are going to be times when I'm going to let you write and explain and do all that. And then there's other times where I'm going to be like, nope, I'm going to put a stipulation on it. So I love all of your expressions. Please expressing your love and hate for Miss Kenny on a daily. I love it. All right, so please make sure with this piece of paper you fold it like this, and I'm going to try and zoom out as much as possible. In your notebook, again, we're going to put it just to the side, so you're going to fold it in. We are not talking. And you're putting just a touch of glue right here. So that when you lift it up, you can still see your work here. Oops. And then you can still see this information here. All right, the blue sheet of paper that I handed out to you. There are 15 questions on here. And your green sheet of paper that I handed out on the way in, there are 8 questions here. Long division, dividing, well, might be dividing fractions. Both of these are due on Tuesday. Huh? Nope, Tuesday. So, what that means, and I need everybody to listen, I am not giving you homework over the weekend. It's due on Tuesday. So whether you choose to do these over the weekend so that you don't have homework on Monday, not a problem. But I am not requiring them to be due until Tuesday. You may do all of your work on both of these sheets. You do not have to do any of this in your notebook. But right now, first and last name, date, and due date on both of these. So your due date is 13?
Yeah.
9/13/22. And then first and last name. So due 9/13/22. Yes, but these, it says due date, baby. Sorry, you can't see that. So the due date is 9/13. Yes, both of them. Both of them are due on Tuesday.
Can you start them right now? Try to get some more.
So you have 3 minutes before I'm going to start letting y'all go outside. If I call your name because I have something that is missing and you have it and I've graded it and I just didn't put it in my grade book, just bring it to me. If I let you know that I have something missing and you haven't done it yet, just get to work on it. So if you want to start this, you can. If you want to read quietly or work on Lexi or whatever until we go outside, that's fine. Yes.
Can we back up?
Yes. No, you cannot back up.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me shut this off. 'Cause I'm about to run out of